Swapping. Swapping. Swapped. Hey! Chat! Hello, good morning. I need to post on my freaking Twitch story. Wait. That sounds so stupid. Is that what it's called? Is there a better way to say that? I felt like a boomer saying that. Wait, let me post on my Twitch story. I am gonna post on my Twitch story. Please no Twitch stories. I'm gonna do it. Hold on. Okay. Camera roll. Scorpion. Cute. Text. Scorpion. Animal Quest is live. Come learn about our friends. Okay. It's a great picture. It's a really old picture. Okay, and then description. I am live. With alerts. Okay, I'm posting it. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Animal Quest. I saw one person in chat say, what's Animal Quest? Very exciting that you're here. This is the 21st episode of Animal Quest. Out of maybe 22, but who knows? Who knows what's gonna happen? Technically, this is our last Animal Quest for the ambassadors that we have. It's a series where I spotlight a species that we have at Alveus. I make a presentation and I teach you all about that animal. And our scorpions are the last one. We've done everybody else. We've done a Stompy Animal Quest, Georgie, Siren, the chickens, the isopods, the roaches. There's been Animal Quests on everybody. I do it once a month, so I've been doing this for nearly 2 years. Every month, which is crazy to think about. That's bizarre. But yeah, today we're going to learn about scorpions, and next month we are going to do an Animal Quest with Winnie. We've already done a Winnie Animal Quest, but I'm going to do one on Winnie about the dairy industry in particular. So next month we will be talking about dairy. Dairy labels, dairy emissions, animal welfare, and dairy, the dairy industry. That's the plan. Today is scorpions, though. First Animal Quest was August of 2021. That is crazy. How are you feeling today? Really tired. You guys, when I tell you I just walked in here, I mean, Space can confirm, I just walked in here. I had figure skating this morning, and I called Space when I was on my way in, and I was like, go live at 11 to the intro. I will be there. But go live on time, and then I'll run in here. So I just ran in here. Have I missed anything? Not at all. I just started. So, reaped. Thank you for the prime. Mayura, Jippy, Lead, Dylan, Rarika, thank you guys for the subs. You do figure skating? Yeah, my legs feel like jelly, dude. It hurts. It hurts. My legs are in pain, but I'm excited about today. Crux! Thank you for the 10 months. I'm struggling with the usernames today. LeBros, thank you for the 20 months. That's almost as long as Animal Quest. Unfortunately, this hoodie is just a prototype. It's not available for purchase. I'm so sorry. Today, number one, we are doing it. Box Dude, thank you for gifting a couple subs. Mr. Tensei, thank you for the 22 months. We are going to do regular Animal Quest today, and then there is another stream, a bonus stream, if you will, after this stream, where I'm raiding into myself on the Alveus channel, and I'm prepping everybody's Halloween enrichment for tomorrow. Tomorrow is Halloween. Don't know if you guys knew that or not. Foz, thank you for the prime. Tomorrow is Halloween, which means that all of our ambassadors get Halloween goodies. We're doing Halloween enrichment tomorrow. So I need to prep the Halloween enrichment today. We're talking mini jack-o'-lanterns, mini cauldrons, trick-or-treat goodie bags, monster popsicles. It's gonna be sick. That's the plan. Crazy. Crazy. Okay. Who's ready to learn about scorpions? Enrichment craft stream. Yeah. Yeah. Perizda, thank you for the 21 months. Me smile. Me smile. Okay. Well. Starting off. Who are our scorpions? We have 2 scorpions here at Alveus. Okay. They are emperor scorpions. That is an African scorpion. They are right now pretty small. I will show you them today. But they will be the size of my hand. This big. You think those photos help? They look the same? I'm going to be completely honest with you. I cannot confirm or deny whether those photos are actually of Puppy Tortellini. That could be the same, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, okay? These pictures are a little old. This was before their second molt, okay? They have each... Wait. Have they each done... No. Someone's done 2 molts since they've been here, and someone's done 1, I think. Is that correct? I feel like that's correct. Anyway, there's not a fun video for like normal Animal Quest about their story and where they came from because their story's not that crazy. A zoo in California purchased them. They're captive bred, which is ethically sourced in the insect world, baby emperor scorpions, and then transferred them to us. That's how we got them. So they don't have any like crazy story. They're just little babies when we got them, and they still are little babies. I know nothing about scorpions. Today, you're going to leave with a lot of information about scorpions. Emperor scorpions, natural history. Okay, they can live 5 to 8 years under human care. Cool, cool. 10 to 12 inches as an adult. Let me show you what that oh, do you have my ruler? Hooray, thank you. 10 to 12 inches. This is 12 inches. Oh my god. Wait, that's huge. Wait, that's bigger than I thought. I thought they were... Hold on. Wait a second. I've always said that they were going to be the size of my hand. Wait. Okay, I don't think they're going to be 12 inches. Let me be honest. I don't think they're going to be 12 inches. I think 10 to 12 inches... Here's 10 inches. What the hell? Wait, 10 inches is... Okay, shit. Our scorpions are going to be really big. They're not that big right now. I'm going to go through natural history, and then I'm going to bring Puppy out, and I'm going to show you. Okay? They can weigh up to 60 grams, which is crazy. 60 grams is very heavy for a bug, all right? Their conservation status. I'm going to talk a lot about this today. The overall, we don't know. But some people say they're endangered. Some people say they're protected by sites, but I can't find any confirmation that they're actually protected by sites. Most insects, we just don't know what their conservation status is or how well they're doing. So I don't know. Their native region, they're from West African rainforests. Okay? Their venom is mild, so they are venomous. They have a venom bulb right in their tail, but it's like a bee sting. It's not going to kill you. There are only 25 scorpion species in the world that can kill people, despite there being, I think, around 1,500 species total. So 25 out of 1,500 species can kill people. They're nocturnal, they're ground-dwelling, and they're carnivorous, which means they eat other bugs. Sometimes other scorpions. Would you like to see them? I'm gonna get Puppy. Handling is a little dodgy with our scorpions right now because... Okay, Where are they? Oh, they're right here. Handling is a little dodgy with our scorpions right now because they're babies. So the adults are much more likely to use their pedipalps or their claws to defend themselves because they have big claws when they're bigger. But the babies, because they're so small and their claws are kind of useless, they are more likely to sting. So one of the reasons, if you didn't know that we have scorpions, you don't see them nearly as often as you see like Georgie and Toast and, you know, and all those. And the reason for that, let me quickly explain. The reason that I don't bring them out for collabs and I don't do a lot of handling with them on stream is because for the foxes, for instance, if I accidentally get nipped by the fox or like I got bit by Georgie, right? But everybody already loves them. So it's not really a big deal. It's like, oh, like he thought it was food. And then everyone's fine with it. If me or a collaborator gets stung by a scorpion on stream, it is like the exact opposite of what we need for scorpions. The reason that I have invertebrate ambassadors is to teach people that they're cool, you know, and not as scary as people think they are, and you don't have to hate bugs. And it would just be such, it's really unfair. They have a really high standard to live up to as ambassadors, and they already have a bad rep, right? So if they do something, if they sting out of fear, that's really bad for scorpions and something that they can't really afford. So I really limit handling for that reason, and that's why you don't see them very often. But I will show you them today because they're a lot bigger than the last time you saw them, probably. I'll take you up to this camera. I mean, I think I can just, hold on. If I hold him here. So this is Puppy. Oh. There's his tail. That's that little venom bulb. So they do like caves. They like burrowing. And so he's in a little cork bark right now, because he feels safe in there. I could back him up onto my hand, but I don't think that he would love it. So there he is. That is Puppy. You can see he's not that big right now. They're supposed to go through 4 molts until they reach full size. Puppy, I don't remember if it was Puppy or Tortellini that has already done 2 since we've had him. Let me show you Tortellini, which, like, I don't understand how he's gonna get so big with 2 more molts, but I don't know. Insects are very, this is not an insect. Bugs are confusing. Here's Tortellini in here. He likes to hide under his water bowl. Puppy and Tortellini are very different. Okay, you might not believe me, but these bugs do have personalities. You're about to see. Tortellini is a spicy guy, okay? Puppy likes to hide, and he's very nervous, and he'll just, like, mind his own. Tortellini comes out swinging. One of the only ways that I could tell them apart when they're babies, and now, is, like, we keep their containers labeled so we know who's whose. This says Puppy and this says Tortellini. But if you don't have a label, you know that it's Puppy if these are his pedipalps. If he's like this. And you know it's Tortellini if he's like this. That's what Tortellini does. Let me show you. He's under his water bowl. Here is Tortellini. Hi, buddy. Can you see him? No. Should we do this camera? Alright, we're gonna swap cameras. Hold on. Oh, is there a button on the stream deck? Alright. Tortellini is right there. Do you see him? There he is. He's a little upset because his privacy was invaded. So you can see he's throwing his pedipalps around right now. Like, at me, actually. He's pointed at me. But yeah, totally, it's okay, buddy. Totally valid. He's kind of pissed off. I will not be picking Tortellini up. My hope, for, okay, I'm just gonna, it's your water bottle. I'm just gonna put it down. Here you go. Okay, okay, I'm just, there you go. My hope for the scorpions is that it becomes easier to handle them as they get bigger, just because they'll be like more secure and less like I'm a little tiny bug that needs to be really defensive because I'm just like a little tiny bug. He did not almost get me. He was fine. I do want to try to do a feeding, actually. I want to see if Tortellini will eat. Puppy, I will also feed, but Puppy is afraid of... Puppy's a little afraid of food. So I'll just show you guys how I feed Tortellini. They eat mealworms. And to do that, will it reach over here? Okay. We're going to bring the camera over here. I'm going to grab a mealworm. I'm going to switch to the second camera. Alright, space cameramanning. This is the mealworms. This is what they eat. Don't show this part. I have to grab it and it makes me sad and I feel like it'll make other people sad. Okay, little mealworm. Here's a mealworm. Okay, great. Let's see if Tortellini wants to eat. Hi, buddy. Here he is. He might be a little stressed because of all the lights in here. But here is food for you. It's hard to shoot this close, you guys. Oh. You grabbed the tongs. He's leaving. Oh. Do you want? Oh. Do you not want? He does not want. Too much going on, perhaps. Puppy will not take food directly from my tongs. Tortellini typically will. But he might not be... It looks like he's not hungry right now. Alright, next to feeding. Never mind. I did recently start feeding the scorpions twice a week. Instead of... It swapped, so you're good. Instead of once a week. So they've been eating more lately, so he's kind of like, he's probably just not very hungry. Worm gets to live another day. That's huge. Yeah, you saw the feeding during the subathon. So, interesting thing about scorpion feeding, by the way. Their mouth parts are too small to, like, eat things, solids. So if you're ever worried about getting bit by a scorpion, you don't need to be. Not that that's what people usually worry about with scorpions anyway. But don't be afraid, they can only drink liquid. Mealworms are not liquid, you may be thinking. They cover them in enzymes, and it liquefies the scorpion, and then they suck it up. Or it liquefies the mealworm, and then they suck it up. So that's how they eat. You have a UV light? Shit, I do. The black light, yeah. Should we do that before we put them away? Are we going to be able to do that? It's so bright. You guys want to see something cool? Maybe I can get Puppy out. Scorpions do fluoresce under black light. Lots of animals do, actually. Here, Puppy. Where is the light? Oh. Lots of animals fluoresce under light. We don't know why is that. We don't really know exactly. Alexa, turn all the lights off. Yes, thank you so much. Alexa! Alexa, turn all the lights off. Okay. Wow. We don't know exactly why. It may be because they find each other that way. It's pretty bright in here, guys. I don't know that you're going to be able to see this. also don't know how to use this. How to... Oh, there's a toggle. It what? Oh my god. Yeah, we should swap it. Guys, check this out. It may be because they can see each other in the wild this way. This is something that we can't see. But if you're looking for a scorpion in the dark, they fluoresce. He's kind of glow in the dark. Isn't that wild? So obviously in the daylight he looks brown, black. As they get older, he'll get darker, so he'll be even more black as an adult. But now he looks like a Halloween decoration. You might have to back out a little bit. This lens does not like being that close. There you go. That'll work. Pretty cool, huh? Lots of animals fluoresce under blacklight. Wombats do this. Owls do this. And so the running theory is just that they can see things that we cannot. Like, we obviously can't see this without a blacklight. They might be able to see each other with a blacklight. Not the best as a prey animal, but really great for mating. 'Pretty cool. Pretty cool. "30 years, never knew this." You guys haven't heard of scorpions fluorescing? I feel like that's a pretty popular one. If you go out at night, you can get like a little blacklight flashlight. If you have scorpions in your area, be very careful, don't pick them up. But like, you can walk around with a flashlight, a blacklight flashlight, and find scorpions. It's very cool. You walk around this property at night, you'll find a bunch of them. Thank you. Thank you, Space. Why don't they just see stuff in the day and sleep at night? Are they stupid? So there are a lot of animals that are nocturnal. But scorpions have a lot of eyes. I will show you on pictures, and I'll maybe draw you a little diagram. It's very hard to see on the little guys. They have eyes on top of their head, and they have eyes on the sides of their heads as well. But despite having all of those eyes, they can really only see lights, like shadows and light. Their vision's really, really poor. But I'm going to tell you about how they get around despite having poor vision. All right, cool demo. Cool scorpion, cool scorpion, cool fun guys. Diversity, 1,500 species of scorpions. Again, only like 25 of those can kill people, but they come in a ton of different colors and sizes. So there are blue ones, there are orange ones, there are red ones, there are black ones. In the bottom right there, I'm not sure that this is a true scorpion, but that's a tailless whip scorpion. So yeah, they come in lots of different colors, lots of different sizes. They are invertebrates. Are you guys ready for my invertebrate speech? Are you guys ready for my invertebrate speech? My favorite speech to give. Do you guys know what an invertebrate is? Invertebrate, invertebrate. It means it lacks a spine. No inside bones. Can have bones, just no spine. So no backbone, right? Vertebrates have a spine. Vertebrates are mammals, reptiles. You, vertebrate. Invertebrate, insects, jellyfish, sea sponges, sea stars, worms, spiders, no spine, right? Invertebrates make up 95% of our animal species on the planet. 95%. Okay, so while there are, first of all, who knows how many invertebrates there are, because it's really hard to identify a species. The diversity is so crazy that if you look up how many invertebrate species there are, National Geographic will tell you either 5 million, 10 million, or 30 million. Over 1 million identified species of invertebrates. So let's go with that, okay? Over 1 million identified species of invertebrates. There are about 60,000 identified species of vertebrates. So vertebrates, all your mammals, birds, and reptiles, all of them, right? Tigers, koalas, cranes, crows, emus, penguins, monkeys, all of those, 60,000 species. Just beetles, the bug, 290,000 species of beetles. Okay? There are so many species of invertebrates. Crazy, right? Invertebrates are very important. If we're talking about insects, right? They provide us a ton of ecosystem services. We all know that there are pollinators, bees. They make it so that we can have fruits and flowering plants. Okay, not just bees, by the way. Bees, moths, butterflies, some bird species, mosquitoes. Pollinators, there are nutrient recyclers, okay, our detritivores, Hank, the isopods. They break down soils, make it so that we can grow new things in new soils. Soil creation, and then natural pest control. So our scorpions, great examples of natural pest control. Spiders, same thing. These are carnivorous bugs, so they eat other bugs and they keep bug populations in check, which is very important because there are a ton of bugs on the planet, but we need other bugs to keep those bug populations in check. We would die without invertebrates so fast. We would die without invertebrates so fast. But if we all died, if humans all died, invertebrates would thrive. They'd be stoked. They'd be like, this is the best ever. So yeah, think about that next time you call someone spineless. It's actually really nice. These are invertebrate examples. Look, there's a butterfly, there's a sea star, there is a beetle. However, okay, so I'm saying all this stuff about how important invertebrates are. Insects are a type of invertebrate. How many insect species do you think have been classed as extinct by the IUCN? There are a ton of insect species. The IUCN, International Union for the Conservation of Nature, right? This is the red list. This is like how we know that animals are endangered. How many do you think are extinct? Classed as extinct by the IUCN. Do you have a poll going in space? Is A, 19, B, 394, C, 4,589, or D, 308,000? How many species of insects have been classed as extinct by the IUCN? You may be wondering, you were saying invertebrates, now you're saying insects. Invertebrate, up here. Insects, arthropods, annelids, lots of different types of invertebrates here. Insects are 3-segmented body, 3 pairs of legs. Like a bee, like a beetle. We're talking insects. It is by far the largest group of invertebrates. All right. 58% of you said 308,000 species of insects are extinct, have been classed as extinct by the IUCN. Only 394 insect species have been classed as extinct by the IUCN. You're probably like, what the heck? Or you're like, nice, they're doing really well. Wrong. Actually, we're probably losing dozens of insect species a week. Why are only 394 classified as extinct by the IUCN? Because we don't put very much money or resources into invertebrate conservation. It is massively under-researched, massively under-supported. Why? Because people don't care. It's very easy to get people to say, the polar bears are dying, donate here, right? The tigers are dying, donate here. They're really charismatic megafauna that you're like, I love this animal. But then you're like, hey, this species of beetle is going extinct. And people are gonna be like, okay, who cares? They don't have the funding to do this research, and they don't have the people to do the research because nobody's into bugs enough to dedicate their life. There are a lot of entomologists, but there aren't enough people that are studying bugs because people just don't like bugs as much, and it's a crisis. I just bought this book. I'm going to read it, and I'm going to tell you guys all about it. It's a crisis. See? Crisis. It's really bad. As you can see by this one book title. Did that make the point to you? But yeah, the point is, a lot of mammal species get evaluated by IUCN. The other reason for that is generally, it's easier to count them because they're bigger. Okay, I'll give you that. I will give you that. But that doesn't take away from the fact that invertebrate conservation is severely undersupported. And there aren't enough people in it. And so we don't even know. There are so many insects that we haven't even identified that we're losing under our noses, and we don't have any idea. Okay, so that's crazy. Next up, what percentage of described insect species was evaluated by the IUCN in 2018? What percentage was evaluated out of all the insect species that we have? 0.8%, 10%, 36.8%, or 65.8%? I don't know what percentage of mammals has been evaluated by the IUCN, but I will say I feel like you can look up most mammals on IUCN and find some information. There's very few insects you can look up on IUCN and find information about. For clarification, to get evaluated by IUCN, it goes through like a really long process. So there has to be a lot of approval and a lot of backing for it, a lot of support. IUCN is the International Union for the Conservation of Nature. They are the folks that run the red list. So when you hear that an animal is endangered, that's where it comes from. I'm not coming for the IUCN, for the record. Okay, the IUCN is not who makes these choices. It's a larger problem. All right, 0.8% is what people think, and you are correct. Only 0.8% of insect species were evaluated by the IUCN in 2018. So the problem is we just don't know what's happening to these insects. We don't know what's happening to invertebrates. All right, I don't know why I did this. I was really tired when I was making this presentation. Apparently I'm going to draw for you adaptations. Okay. Let's watch this video. Remember how I said their vision's really bad, but I'm going to show you how they experience the world despite not having good vision. This first video is going to show you that, and then I'm going to do some Feels Dank Man drawing for you to show you some other stuff, and then I'll show you the next video after that. Warning, the second video is sex. So if you don't want to watch that, don't watch it. Scorpion sex. Hold on, I need to get my notes. Whoa!
Powerful pincers. Paralyzing venom. Armor fortified with iron and zinc. They're totally metal. The scorpion has a fierce reputation that's lasted through the ages.
Those are big guys.
Its ancestors were some of Earth's earliest predators. But this beast has a secret.
Look at those eyes.
A softer side. If you flip over a scorpion,
I'm not going to do this to
try
ours.
At home. Its belly is sensitive. And not just because its armor is thinner there. Right behind its legs, you'll see a couple of comb-like organs. These are pectins. And every scorpion has a pair.
Pectins.
The comb teeth are covered in tiny sensors called peg sensilla. Every peg sensillum has a slit-shaped pore that takes in chemical traces from the ground and air. Each is attached to roughly a dozen nerve cells.
Traces.
This helps the scorpion's brain read the chemicals.
Look at those eyes.
Understand its environment.
Side eyes, top eyes.
It's similar to how we taste and smell. That's useful because even though it has many eyes, a scorpion's vision is not the best. When two scorpions meet, they use their pectins to sense each other's pheromones.
It's like a tongue.
Invisible chemical signals they release into the world around them. This helps them determine who's a menace, a meal, or potential mate. Looks like these two are a match.
They're in love.
They're not fighting. They're, well, holding hands and kissing, scorpion style. And this is their version of a slow dance. The male deposits a packet of sperm on the ground inside a casing called a spermatophore. She picks up what she needs. And just like that, this brief but sweet courtship is over. The peg sensilla are also sensitive to physical cues. They brush the ground as the scorpion walks, deciphering textures that help it navigate. But the pectins aren't its only specialized sensors. The scorpion's dainty feet and hairs all over its body also help it pick up minuscule vibrations. Dinner.
Look how big that cricket is compared to the scorpion, by the way. Every time a scorpion eats, it can up its body mass by 30%. 30?
Also show scorpions have existed in some form or other
30%.
since before the dinosaurs. At night, researchers can
you imagine if we did
scorpions because they glow under a simple UV flashlight.
Oh my god, it's Puppy.
Why this is a mystery. Today, there are more than 2,000 species found all over the planet. And scientists are still discovering more. There's so much pressure out there to be tough, smart, fast. Maybe the real trick to survival is cultivating your sensitive side.
Pectins.
For hundreds of millions of years.
Pectins,
Hey,
pectins.
it's Laura. Need some
Hi,
more
Laura.
arachnids like these scorpions?
No, that'll do, thank you. Oh, gosh. Okay, so, cool. So their eyes, not that great. But, they have pectins, which we don't have, which is very cool. I'm gonna show you more about their anatomy, okay? You wanna zoom in for me? I'm gonna draw two scorpions here. One is gonna be the top of the scorpion and one is gonna be the underside of the scorpion. Okay, I don't wanna hear it about what the scorpion drawings look like. All right, here's one. That's his arms. His mouth. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. Tail. This is the top view. Don't say it looks like ice cream. No, he doesn't. This is the bottom view. A scorpion, by the way, is not an insect. Insects have 3 segmented body, 3 pairs of legs. Scorpions have 2 segmented body, 4 pairs of legs, which makes them an arachnid. Very good. Very good. That's 2 lobsters. Fair. Scorpions did start out in the ocean. And then they crawled out, and now they're land predators. But they started in the ocean. So, I'm going to tell you about how they breathe, too. Couple things. These are called pedipalps. Pedipalp. Pinchers. Okay? We have the pedipalps. We have the mouth parts. Okay? Mouth. Like I said, their mouth parts are too small to like eat things. They drink liquid through them though. So they can break things down with them, but they only can drink liquid. So they have to coat their prey in enzymes. It liquefies their prey and then they slurp it up. All right? So a scorpion's not going to bite you. You don't need to worry about that. The eyes, like I was saying, they do have eyes here, which is very cute. They do have these central eyes. They also have eyes on the sides of their body. How many pairs? It depends on the scorpion species. But they can have lots of eyes. But again, those eyes aren't very good at seeing. They're just good at detecting light. So they can see shadows and light and stuff like that. Maybe some shapes. But not much more than that. Then, you don't really have to worry about scorpions biting you. Most people are worried about scorpions stinging you. That's because they have this. This is a venom bulb. This is where their venom comes from. Question, where do you guys think their anus is? You ever thought about how scorpions poop? Where would you think that it is? No, I have never. On their butt. That's not specific enough. Every single day I think about that. With the mouth, in the armpit, mid-abdomen, bottom half, end of the tail. Okay, interesting. If I were to guess where a scorpion would poop, I would probably say like here. Right? Is this where you would guess? This is where I would guess. Their anus is actually right here. It's at the base of the venom bulb on their tail. So when they have to poop, their digestive tract goes all the way through this tail. Crazy, right? There are scorpions that drop their tails. I always forget the word for this, and I talked about it with Toast's Animal Quest. You know, when they drop their tail to escape a predator? There are some scorpion... autotomy. Thank you. There are some scorpion species who can do that too. The first thing I hear when I open the stream is their anus. Welcome. Detachable anus. Yeah, so there are some scorpion species that will drop their tail to get away from a predator, but what that means is that they can never poop again. So then they'll die from constipation. That being said, hold on. I know people are like, why would they do that? Because there are some scorpions that only eat like 5 times a year, and so they only poop like, they don't poop very often. So it could give them like another year or something of life or something. I don't know. So actually, it's a good idea if you really have to do that. Emperor scorpions are not one that has been observed to drop their tail. Anyway. Underneath the scorpion, this is the underside, okay? They have, like you saw in the video, pectins. The closest thing that I can think of in describing pectins are like, yeah, they look like wings. It's like 2 tongues, like on their underside. And it's not just for feeling around. So it's not like just hairs where they're like, ooh, what's over here? What's over here? There are chemoreceptors on the pectins. And so when they're trying to find a female, when they're trying to find a mate, they will put pheromones into the air, and then the scorpion will rear up and like move its pectins around and then like catch it. But it's not a smell. We can't detect it, but they can with their pectins, which is so interesting to me and so cool. So they have like a, it's kind of like, sixth sense is such a, like a, but sure. It's like a sixth sense. All right, it's like an extra sense. Very cool. Then they have not pleopodal lungs, but similar. This is where their lungs are. These are called book lungs. When you and I breathe, we go, scorpions don't breathe out of their mouth. They don't, like we do, because they don't have lungs like that. They have book lungs down here, kind of like our isopods do. And they have spiracles, like our Madagascar hissing cockroaches. Our cockroaches, when they hiss, they go, sss, and it's them like pushing air really fast out of their spiracles. When scorpions breathe, they absorb oxygen through these book lungs. They're not holes. They're like, they look like little white pads underneath the scorpions. It's the same with isopods. They absorb oxygen through those book lungs, and then they release carbon dioxide through their spiracles. That's how they breathe. Scorpions benefit the ecosystem because they're a natural form of pest control. They keep insect populations in check. The scorpions cannot hiss, though, like the cockroaches can. Where do you guys think their genitals are? Head, lower abdomen, right there. In your mom is crazy. End of the tail, tips of the claws, that's fun. The claws, armpits, floating above them by their pectins. It's right here. Genital operculum. That is where their genitals are. It's between their front 2 pairs of legs. Underneath them, their genitalia. Genital operculum. It is like Ludwig. I had not thought about it like that, but it is like a chussy, yeah. On their chest. And this is a hole. It is a hole. Okay? The way that scorpions mate, you saw it in that video before. They don't have penetrative sex like we do. There's no external genitalia. There's no penis. They don't, you know? How do they? They drop a sperm packet, and it looks like this. I didn't really need to draw that. They drop a sperm packet called a spermatophore. They drop it on the ground. On the ground. They drop it on the ground. Okay, it has sperm in it, but it's a packet, and they put it on the ground. Then when they're mating, they hold pedipalps like this, and they move around, and once the male drops the package on the ground, he maneuvers her on top of it. She accepts it into her genital operculum, and that's how insemination happens. Does that make sense? Yeah, package acquired. And then they leave. It's like a delivery. So if you're like, what the heck? What does that look like? How does that work? This doesn't make any sense. You can zoom out. I'm going to show you. We're going to watch some scorpion sex together. Okay? Great.
Drop his spermatophore. Zoom out a little bit. You can kind of get a little.
He is the one here.
As we come in,
the one that I'm
you're
touching.
Going to see that the
and the spermatophore is coming out underneath.
Slowly going to be released by the male as he's pulling back.
It's like a dark brown kind of red. There it is. So that's coming out of his genital operculum.
Spermatophore there. Now he's releasing that and tugging the female towards the spermatophore, trying to get her over it.
Delivery.
And once he fully releases the spermatophore here, he'll drag the female over it.
Okay, there's the spermatophore, the long bit.
Picks up the sperm pocket that's on the spermatophore. And you'll see that here. He's dragging
and then he's going to move her on top of it, and then she's going to pick it up. Pick up the package.
A little bit, and
she doesn't
see a nice little
keep it.
A little shimmy shake here from the male. Not sure if that's his sign to her to, hey, pick it up.
Now she's taking up the spermatophore. See that?
You see her pick it up there. Now it's stuck to her.
And that's it. Now they're done.
You can see she's now done. She wants out. And they are finished.
And then the spermatophore stays there.
Nice little.
But she took the sperm out of it.
That took about 15 minutes, so not very long at all.
Make sense? That's how that works. It's my lesson of the day. Oh, where do you think their blood is? In the eyes, everywhere. In the butt. Inside their body. Everywhere. Trick question. They don't have any. They don't have any. Scorpion hemolymph is a colorless fluid. It has no blood cells. It's just protein and salts. Gotcha there. Yeah, no blood. Where do you think their brain is? Under their eyes, in their butt. It's in their head. All right. Next up, hunting. Hunting is very interesting with scorpions. Like I said, scorpions don't eat that often. Our scorpions eat once a week, which is crazy. That means they're eating like 52 times a year, 50 to 60 times a year even, right? Scorpions in the wild, there are scorpions that can last a whole year without eating anything. Scorpions that can eat 5 times a year. There's scorpions that can eat once a month. But the way they hunt is really interesting, and I have another video to show y'all. You see a lot of fluorescing scorpions in here.
In the dark, using ultraviolet light.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Big guy.
Man. You can see that? Look at that. Absolutely bizarre. It's glowing absolutely bright green. Nobody has any idea what evolutionary...
Look at those eyes, so cute. Oh my god.
Although they now live in some of the driest, most hostile environments on Earth, like here in the desert, scorpions evolved as aquatic predators before emerging onto the land about 380 million years ago.
See, they were in the water.
They've adapted to be able to survive the extreme heat.
He's scared.
And can go for over a year without food or water. And despite their fearsome reputation, 98% of scorpion species have a sting that is no worse than a bee's. But perhaps the most fascinating thing about scorpions from an evolutionary perspective is the way that they catch their prey. You see that he spreads his legs out on the surface of the sand, and that's because he uses his legs to detect vibrations.
If I had an accent, I'd be like at least 20 times better at my job. You guys ever think about that?
Scorpions hunt insects like this beetle. It's almost impossible to see them in the dark, so the scorpion has evolved another way to track them down, by adapting its sense of touch. As the insect's feet move across the sand, they set off tiny waves of vibration through the ground.
Pectins,
if just a single
little
grain
hairs.
of sand is disturbed within range of the scorpion, it will sense it through the tips of its legs.
In the dark.
Vibrations that are around the size of a single atom as they sweep past.
They do this in the dark.
By measuring the time delay between the waves arriving at each of its feet, the scorpion can calculate the precise direction and distance to its prey.
What the heck? No. Crazy. Yum yum.
Now that ability to detect vibrations and use them to build up a picture of our surroundings is something that we share with scorpions.
Okay, we're not nearly as good at it as they are, but sure. I've seen a couple really good... Yeah, I can't do that. Can scorpions get fat? Yeah. Yeah, they can get fat. A couple people have asked some really good questions. If you have questions, you can do #ask followed by your question, and I will try to answer as many of them as I can tonight. This is a pretty video-heavy Animal Quest, so I have another video after this. But I want to talk to you guys a little bit about mating one person asked, how do they give birth? They actually give viviparous birth, which is fascinating. The reason why that's fascinating is because viviparous birth means live birth. I don't know why. If I were to guess how scorpions gave birth or had babies, I would think that they laid eggs. You know? They give live birth. So you guys have heard me say with the roaches, they give ovoviviparous birth. Ovoviviparous birth is they have an egg sac, but they just keep it inside until the eggs hatch. And then the eggs hatch out of the eggs, but inside their body. And so it's a combination of egg and live birth. That's why it's called ovoviviparous birth, or ovoviviparous birth. But scorpions give viviparous birth. They have a yolk sac inside. They have babies in there. And when they go to give birth, the females rear up. And they'll kind of like put their pedipalps up, and then they'll take a pair of their second pair of legs or something, and they will catch their babies as they are birthed live. Like they like catch them. They like fall into here, and then they catch them. And then the babies will crawl onto the mom's back, and they'll stay there until they get too big, and then they'll fall off and be on their own. When they're born, they are bright white. You'll see them in this video. And they have an 18-month gestation period. Emperor scorpions have an 18-month gestation period. Humans have a 9-month gestation period. 18 months is crazy. It's like a really long time. Rabbits, 30 days. 1 month. Scorpions, 18 months. Very interesting. And emperor scorpions, they'll give birth to 10 to 12 babies at a time. This is what their mating looks like. It's really cute. And actually, one of the reasons I included this video, even though it's really video heavy, is just because it's David Attenborough.
There are over 2,000 species of scorpion.
So.
And while only around 20 of them are dangerous to humans, all of them are deadly to other bugs.
You're welcome.
These Tanzanian
more scorpion porn. Sorry.
Are mainly nocturnal. Mating rituals generally take place at night. But their bodies fluoresce under ultraviolet light, and that makes it possible for us to watch their most intimate behavior. When a female finds a male, their extraordinary ritual begins. They dance. He arouses her by caressing her mouth parts.
Okay, that was a lot, David. That was crazy.
But while he tries to stimulate her, she is testing his strength.
They're kissing.
She yields. Now he is leading her.
Look at his eyes. Look at their eyes. They're staring at each other. They're looking into each other's eyes. Just kidding. I actually don't know if they can see like
eventually
at each other at that. I think those just see up.
And gently
but
onto it.
I like to think that they're staring at each other.
He's proved his strength and agility, and she has ensured the best possible father for her young.
Hooray! Yeah, that video was pretty. I mean, it was just so you guys could hear his voice. Because, you know, he's great. Great. So yeah, that's how they mate. It's really cute. They have pretty complex mating rituals, and I love them. I think they're cool. Why should we care? Why should we care about scorpions? Couple things. One, a lot of people have asked in chat today, just like, what do they do for the environment? And they regulate insect populations. They're a natural form of pest control. I know a lot of people, I mean, there are whole businesses for pest control, obviously. It's a ecosystem service that we need. And it's really hard to imagine a world where we didn't have insects that were doing this naturally for us. We would have a much bigger problem. Number 2, scorpions are an important food source for other animals. It's kind of a sad one that I say as like a why should we care for invertebrates? Is like, oh, because things eat them and that's important. But it's true because there are so many insects and arachnids on the planet. They are a really important food source for birds and bats and lizards and other bugs. And so they're just like a really important part of an ecosystem. Biodiversity is important. Every species that we have is important. Okay, I talk about the planewing example a lot. Biodiversity is important because every species that we have on this earth is like a screw in a plane wing. You're flying this plane. Every time we lose a screw, the wing gets a little bit weaker, a little bit more sketchy. And then eventually you lose a species and the whole thing collapses. The plane wing falls off. And so biodiversity is really, really important. Even wasps. Yeah. Puppy and Tortellini are our friends. That's another reason why we should care. Because look at them. They're so cute and we like them. And so we're working on being kinder to bugs, nicer to bugs, care more about bugs. Yeah, another reason we should care is because it's Scorpio season. Anyway, and the last bullet I have here is scorpions are cool. What the hell? But that's because I just learned about all of them when I did this presentation, and I was like, wait, they're so cool. So that's why you should care, because it's cool. Recommendations for how we can take care of them. Number 1, support invertebrate conservation. Pisses me off how little support invertebrate conservation gets, and how people just don't care enough about bugs and insects and invertebrates to support that research. It needs to be done for the sake of our planet, for the sake of everything that we do care about preserving, including ourselves. We need to preserve invertebrates. And so support invertebrate conservation. Xerces is an excellent organization. If someone could link their website in chat, that would be amazing. Xerces is Xerces. They're a great invertebrate conservation organization. I got a lot of my research from them for this Animal Quest. Thank you, Shrez. Support parks and the conservation of wild places. Be really careful in wild places. If you're at somewhere where it says stay on the trail, because there are fragile habitats that have bugs and other things in them. One thing people don't often think about is bugs are really small, and a lot of times their range is really small, because how long genuinely would it take for one of our zebra isopods or puppy to get from one end of this room to the other? Like a while. Very different from me, right? Our range would be much, much larger. A tiger's range, much larger. Insects have a really small range. And so if we're destroying a patch of land, it could be wiping out a whole insect species. You know, we don't know. Research natural pesticides and natural alternatives before applying. Pesticides don't just affect the insects that we are trying to get rid of. They also affect toast, right? We talk about biomagnification with toast eating snails that have been poisoned by pesticides. So it's cool to look for natural alternatives to stuff like that. There's eggshells, there's garlic, there's natural oils that you can use as well, that work better than like spraying on like Raid, you know, or whatever the commercial pesticides are. Say no to cringe lawns. Lawns are cringe. Taking your front yard and making it one monocrop that's just grass because it's all green and it looks the same and it looks nice to the trained suburban brainwashed eye is lame. If you can plant native species in your yard, huge for bugs, huge for pollinators, huge for wildlife. And lawns use a ton of water and like they're ugly. So say no to cringe lawns. Be kind to bugs. I will spend the rest of my life teaching people about bugs and why they're important and getting people to like them more. Just like, you know, think next time you see a bug and take a second to look at them. You know, a lot of my love for bugs has come from just slowing down around them. You know, I like see a stick bug, I stop and I go and take pictures of it. And I like them way more. I see a jumping spider, I like stop and look at it for a while, and it just is really cool. They're really cool. You just got to slow down around them and teach your friends about bugs. That's all I have for you today. We will go into the Q&A portion segment. I've seen a lot of questions come through chat. I'm going to do my best to answer them. I will say, before I started streaming, I knew nothing about bugs. So I'm sorry if I can't answer a lot of these questions, because I'm learning as I go, just like you guys are. But I will do my best. Bayless said, would they fight if they lived together? I assume you're talking about Puppy and Tortellini. Yeah, it's not recommended to keep them together. There's a chance that they would fight. I also don't know if they're male or female, so we keep them separate. Set Range said, how often do you see wild scorpions at Alveus? Relatively often. I found like 2 scorpions in my house. I found scorpions in the nut house a few times. They're definitely around. Uba said, do they shed? Yes. They molt. Which is a similar vibe. I'll show you. These are Puppy's molts. Puppy's first molt and second molt. You can tell which one is which because one is bigger. They molt just like snakes and lizards do, except they molt their entire exoskeleton. So that's how big Puppy got between 2 molts. And yeah, it comes off like a whole shed. See these little claws there? Pretty crazy. Someone asked if these are crunchy. I would not put these in my mouth, but yes, they are like very, it's like a really crisp leaf. Very fragile. Yeah. I have never witnessed our scorpions poop, but it's my dream to witness that. This is an interesting question. Would human footsteps affect scorpion hunting, vibrations and whatnot? Yeah, absolutely. I don't know that that's like a huge problem for scorpions out there, but if a scorpion's trying to hunt and there's a human walking around, it would definitely, yeah, that would definitely mess with them. For sure. Multiversal, do male and females both have pectins? Yes, they all have pectins. Those are those little wing-like bits underneath them. It's how they sense things. Okay, this is an interesting question. I don't know exactly how to answer. Are they unique among arachnids in giving live birth? There's so many arachnids, and I don't know, but most of the time when I think about spiders giving birth, it's like egg sacs, right? So like when I learned that scorpions were viviparous, that they gave live birth, I was very surprised, if that's saying much for you. Seems abnormal. I'm sure there are others that give viviparous birth, but don't know. How many species of scorpions are there? About 1,500. Only about 25 of those 1,500 species can kill a human. Is it true the smaller the pincher, the more venomous? No. People make a lot of only... Wait. Isn't that kind of... I mean, 25 out of 1,500. I think that is an only situation. 25 species out of 1,500 species? I don't know. That doesn't seem that crazy to me. No, humans like to make, they like to make rules and stuff with venom. I think it's so that people remember easier, but then most of them are myths. Like this one I've never heard, like the smaller the pincher, the more venomous the scorpion is. That's definitely not a rule of thumb. Same with like, if its head is a triangle, it's a venomous snake. Like that's also not a thing. So I don't really know where people get that. The most important way in which scorpions contribute to the environment is them being natural pest control because they're carnivorous bugs. They help keep bug populations in check. Which is more dangerous to humans, their stingers or their claws? Definitely their stingers. Also depends on the species of scorpion, but their claws are just pinchy. Stingers are probably going to be like a bee sting. Should we be scared of scorpions? Oh. Like, would they attack us for no reason? No. Like, all insects, I mean, dare I say, pretty much all animals, they're not out to get you. If you're in their territory or you accidentally step on them or you have them squished in between something or if you're squishing them and scaring them and threatening their life, then like they will use their defensive behaviors. But a scorpion's not going to chase you. It's not going to like see a human from far away and like come track you down and try to sting you. Yeah, they just aren't gonna do that. With animals, I feel like this is a strong statement. I really feel like humans are the only species that will like go out of their way to just be like, to hurt things. Just like for no reason beyond survival, you know? Animals, if there's aggression or like they're hurting you, it's almost always a defensive behavior. So yeah, or the behavior means something. So no, you don't need to worry about scorpions being out to get you. You'll only get stung by a scorpion if it's an unfortunate thing or you accidentally squish them or something. What about invasive bugs? Can we kill those? Yeah. Yeah, if you know of invasive bug species and you see them, you can squash them. It's got to be done sometimes. Oriental beetles here. Lanternflies, if you're on the East Coast, huge right now. Huge problem over there. I lost my cursor. Stand by. I found it. Do female scorpions drink the sperm packet like a juice box? No, they don't. They accept it into their operculum. They definitely don't drink it. I've never been stung by bees. Since most scorpion stings hurt like a bee sting, how does it feel? I've never been stung by a scorpion. All I've read and been told is that they feel like a bee sting. So I would imagine it feels like a bee sting. That's all I have for you. We do not know if Puppy and Tortellini are male or female, but we will not breed them. They are it for us. How many babies do they have at once? Emperor scorpions have 10 to 12 babies at once. These emperor scorpions live 5 to 8 years in captivity. Do people eat scorpions? I think they do. I don't know about emperor scorpions in particular. But yeah, I think there are people that eat them. I've seen them. A lot of people have asked this question is like, how often can they mate? Like, how soon after giving birth can they mate? I don't know. I would imagine it's like right after, but I don't know. I did not read about that. I'm sorry. All right. All right. Lots of good questions. A couple more questions here. Do scorpions have a preferred time of day to be active? Yeah, our scorpions are nocturnal. So they are up at night. They're active at night. Okay, we'll do like one more. Are all scorpions 18 months or does it vary? The gestation period of scorpions definitely varies. I think like even from like a few months to 18 months. Hi, yeah, I do remember you elbowing me in the head. Welcome to the stream. Good to see you. Yeah, so the gestation period varies. For emperor scorpions, it is 18 months, which is crazy long. But yeah. Thank you for the bits, Taylor. That's a really great question. I don't know the answer to it, but I would like to know. Yeah, like there are snakes that are venomous that have neurotoxins versus like hemotoxins. I don't know what kind of toxin is in scorpion venom. It's a really good question. I also don't know if scorpion venom is used in science or medicine. Wouldn't surprise me. It's definitely possible, but I'm not sure. Okay. I don't know about Texas. I definitely can't answer your like region specific questions. It's a neurotoxin. Interesting. That makes sense. But they might have some information on Xerxes for stuff like that. It'll take your own research. I hate telling you guys that because I wish I could just tell you all the answers, but I'm not sure. I'm sorry. Thank you for the sub. Guys, are you ready to have some fun now that you've done a lot of learning? You guys learn a lot about scorpions today? You feel like a scorpion expert now? Yeah. Definitely an expert in scorpion sex. I did learn a lot. I gotta do that blacklight with more collabs. It was way more obvious than I thought it would be. Yeah, that was sick. Maybe that'll work instead of doing the, instead of handling them, we can just show them with a blacklight. The other thing is like, they obviously don't particularly enjoy handling. Like they're good about handling. Puppy is anyway. I haven't handled Tortellini in a long time. You did a blacklight? Yeah, at the beginning of the stream, it was sick. It was like, he was like neon green. Puppy was like siren plushy colored. It was very cool. So yeah, this week it is Monday. Tomorrow is Halloween, which means we are doing a Halloween stream, a Halloween enrichment stream. All the animals are getting Halloween treats. So today, a bonus stream right now, we're gonna raid into the Alveus channel, and I'm gonna prep all the enrichment for tomorrow. So I'm gonna make popsicles for the pasture, And I'm going to make some trick-or-treat goodie bags and some mini jack-o'-lanterns and stuff for the animals for tomorrow. So I'm going to do that on the Alveus channel today. And then that's Tuesday. And then on Thursday, November 2nd, we have Alex coming here for a collab. It will be on Alex's channel. Pay Money Wubby might also be coming. I'm not sure yet. We're gonna find that out later this week. So there's a collab on Thursday this week, and then on Saturday this week it is the Fall Carnival. I have something to tell you. PJE and Matt have been working really hard on a really cool feature. If you guys want to link it right now, if you want to get your tickets to the carnival, note, you don't need a ticket to come to the carnival, okay? But you do. So they made a really cool feature on our website where you can make your own ticket. It's a virtual ticket, and you can customize it. You can like put stickers on it. The stickers are emotes that Mick made that we know and love. You can customize your ticket, and then you can share it on Twitter or Instagram and tell people that you're coming to the event. I will ask for your tickets the day of, and it will be in place of your permission slip. So if your mom won't let you go, and you already know that she's not going to let you go, then you should make a ticket and then bring it with you on Saturday. Saturday is the Fall Carnival. It's going to be a ton of fun. It's a fundraiser. I'm very excited. November 4th, Uninhibited Spooky Fun Time. So be here Saturday, but also be here on Thursday, and also be here tomorrow, and also be here today. Yay, look at everybody's tickets. So nice. Yeah, if you want to make a ticket, go ahead. It's just for fun. It really is. It's just for fun. It's like a cool, fun feature where people can share about the event. And you can collect tickets, and it'll be cool. Hooray! It's gonna be great. Is there an actual carnival? Yeah, it's a carnival. It's a fundraiser on my channel here at Alveus. We're doing games with the animals. Well, you guys will do a ring toss versus Abbott, and we'll have a grain eating contest versus Winnie, and there will be a haunted rat maze and a roach race. And lots of things. I will sell actual physical tickets. I've drawn some tickets, and if you donate, I'm going to sign the tickets and then ship them to you. So if you want like a souvenir from the event, we're printing like actual tickets, and I'm going to sign them and ship them to you. And then we're also going to do signed Polaroids for this event as well as a fundraiser. That's Saturday. Okay. No, I haven't finished the third ticket, but I will. We are getting the phone ready, and then we're going to switch over to the Alveus stream, and I'm going to work on Halloween enrichment today. If you guys want to get a siren plushie, they're still available. We've sold about 145 units. You can get one if you want one. They're very cute and very soft. Command plush. How will Polaroids work? If you donate a certain amount, I will take a Polaroid and sign it. And then ship it to you. So it'll be one of one. Because that's the nature of Polaroids. I'm tired. You guys ready to make some Halloween stuff? I don't actually know exactly. I have an idea for everything that I'm making, but I don't know. Hi, Jester. What NPO do donations go to? This one. Alveus is a 501c3. So it's a fundraiser for Alveus. I have a question. Please answer it. What's your question? non-profit organization. Thanks, Saskia. That's so nice. I'm glad you think they're less scary. Waiting. Okay, we're raiding into Alveus. It's a cliffhanger. You might have to wait for me to answer the question over there. Yeah. What should I do if I find scorpions in my house? Oh, I missed it. What should I do if I find I take scorpions outside when I find them inside. I think that's what he was asking. You don't kill it? No, I don't. Can I pick it up and relocate it or kill it? I take them outside.